Welcome to Wallace-Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carries.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UNC. How about that D coming up with a play like that? And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. 7-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wynn. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Here comes the offense on second down. They keep attacking through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphries. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Scrambling away. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First down for this offense. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? The 20. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they stopped him in the backfield on third down and short.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in fourth down.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
He'll try to do it himself. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They try to pop a run on the draw. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
From the gun, the ground game. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You couldn't ask for much better field position to start, but now they're looking at a 3rd and long. Got his man. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And the Blue Devils have enough for the first down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense.
All by himself down the middle. The 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Duke.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse,
looking deep down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
The give out of the gun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB he saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Dialing up a second down pass play. They're trying to get to it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
Lays out and makes a sweet grab along the left sideline. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. They go to the draw. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points up. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. What a terrible, terrible shame. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Fires to the right. He makes a catch. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. On second down, he'll fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Blue Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright. Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's going to run it. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Zimmerman. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Feeling some heat. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He's going to pass. Right down the middle. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The number 1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number 1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get laddered up.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Humphreys. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Dances away from the heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run the option. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll run the option. The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will.
Throws toward the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
On the option. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. He'll start this drive firing. Complete to the left. He's off to the races. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown Duke. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He finds his man.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Coming after it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The field goal is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. The snap sets up to throw. He rifles one deep down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. Try to get him going there.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, North Carolina! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to LSU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. He makes the connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. It's on target and complete.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Had to throw it before he wanted. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And the Blue Devils get it past the sticks. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
1 minute left to play. Plenty of time if they can recover this onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The option look. He'll toss it. Open space at the 25. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. The Tar Heels inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. Powers through the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.
Victory formation on the road. There is not a better play call for an offensive coordinator to make.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Goes to the option. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddy.